in front of an 18 Chevy Colorado. Rear axle is messed up, and if you stick with me, I show you how to change it. It's easy peasy. Okay, here we go. I already started a little bit. I go over what you gotta do. You basically wanna, of course, remove the wheels, remove the brakes, the drums, and the calipers. I prefer to pinch the hoses here, so not all your brake fluid gonna drain out. So that's a little bit easier than with bleeding. And you also gotta keep in mind, I mean, we here are shop that work for a lot of like dealers and auction and stuff. You know, those cars go very often back to the auction. It's not for myself or necessarily retail. So there's like always the bare minimum, you know. Anyway, so you're gonna disconnect, take the wheel speed sensors out in the back. You unhook the brake cable from your emergency brake. You wanna do this by pinching. You can see here. You see, you gotta compress them a little bit, and then you can pull it out of the bracket right there and unhook it. And speed sensor is 8mm bolt, and the brake lines, they basically have those clips. You just push these clips out. Of course, you're gonna loosen the brake line first, then you push the clip out, and then basically you can, you know, push it out in the back and let it hang. Vent hose. What else we got? Straightforward, actually. It's very, very simple. Next step I'm gonna do, I mean, you have a couple of brackets here you loosen up. I'm probably gonna get a bungee cord and strap this all up a little bit. And the next step is going to be, I'm gonna loosen the shocks. Right there, that's a 21, I believe. I already took the dry shaft off. Those are 11mm bolts. Take them out, just let it hang down, saves you time. And yeah, let me take the bolts out of the shocks, and then we go from there. I'm basically ready. I loosen up the shocks. Those are 21, and those are 21 too. I loosened them up except one, so the axle stays in place for now. Now I'm gonna just go a little bit lower, and then I'm gonna loosen that bolt, and hopefully in a minute I'm gonna have that axle sitting on those jack stands. It might bounce down from the front, from the weight there. Probably gonna put another jack stand there to avoid that. Here in the front, right there. All right, guys. Working out perfectly fine. Now it's just a matter of getting the truck a little higher and swapping out that axle. The other used one from the junkyard is sitting right there on the pallet. But yeah, I'm alone here, so I gotta probably wait till morning. Okay guys, I got the axle here swapped out with my partner Larry.
Like and subscribe.
And now it's just a matter of letting the truck down and get this bolted up a little bit again. Okay, so once you let this down, you might want to have a second person. You probably can do this in your driveway or whatever, you know, on jack stands, but I lift this, of course, super helpful. So you wanna make sure you're back in those pins, in those guide pins here. And now it's time to clamp this down. So I connected the drive shaft now. And next is I'm gonna be able to adjust here the height to get my my bolt easy through. I'm gonna do this right now. I'm probably gonna be pretty close already. All right, let me see. Get a hammer. Sort of. Gotta just need a second. Doing the other side, and if you get it in, sometimes it helps to just take a tool and screw it in like that. And boom, that's done. Moving on to, let me see, probably gonna route the cables and lines now. Now. If you have a junkyard axle, you might wanna straighten out that metal shield here in the back. They always beat it up, and it's gonna end up touching your drum. So you're probably gotta work on this a little bit. So next I'm going to connect the brake lines here. Put them back here up in the brackets and connect them over here, left and right. And after that, I'm going to straighten out that side here a little bit. That's all really dented up. And ready to put the drums back on, and well, rotors actually. Rotor drums combination, whatever you call it. Those guys, and we go from there. It's looking good. Alright guys, I'm done here with my little axle swap, and hopefully that helps somebody or encourage somebody to do it himself. Pretty much done. We bled the brakes. Everything is back in place. Just gotta put the tires on and back on the road. Thanks for watching.